I actually have something I want to say on this. Let's close this now. We don't worry about this one. But I was just watching stuff. I'm just gonna set up my second bedside table. Finally, after like 6 months, I'll have 2 bedside tables. But what I was thinking about is the idea of planning and the fact that you cannot plan perfectly and you cannot plan something from beginning to the end perfectly without doing actions. You cannot plan your life out. You need to act. And maybe this is because life is actually a system, or it's too complex. It's obviously too complex. It's computational irreducibility, right? Like this just the idea of this concept basically means and proves everyone systems in which you cannot predict what some state of the future with 100% accuracy. You just cannot predict it. There is no shortcut without actually doing it, without acting out the system, without the system actually playing. So for instance, if I Google Fibonacci sequence, the obvious idea of how to act out the system is very simple. It's you add the previous 2 digits and you just keep adding the previous 2. However, you can actually get the nth position, you can get the number of the nth thing by using 5, a golden ratio. If you use the golden ratio, you can determine the nth Fibonacci sequence by doing this thing. It's fucking weird, but you can. So Fibonacci, like this, is not computationally irreducible because you just reduced it. You just proved you can find the nth step by just this magical thing that's like 01, basically. You know what I mean. It's the vibes of it. But yeah, this thing basically, it's like you can't simplify. Even if you know all the rules of a system, you can't actually simplify it, and you can't know the end state of a state at any given nth step without having to actually act through it, without actually running through the program and seeing what happens. There is just no alternative. Where the fuck is my shit going? There is no alternative. That's basically what this is saying. And obviously this idea that it's not like directly, intrinsically, boom, boom. It's just saying that the reason I'm talking about this is because I definitely have this analysis paralysis thing, where I think about things and I plan things, and I'm extremely good at designing systems and improving other people's systems and just like getting to better life states and this type of shit and making the plans for it. However, there's multiple reasons for this. I never actually act out on a lot of them consistently. And you wonder, at some point, I'm not going to say the word, but sometimes you need to do less thinking and more acting, because unless you actually act, you cannot know where you will end up, because you cannot make a perfect plan that will guarantee you, that will bring you certainty about where you will be at, where your life state will be at a given day. You need to make a rough estimate, make a rough plan. You can definitely glean information and insights and predict where the general trajectories of your future may be heading. However, you have to actually act, and you have to actually learn things, and you have to just do shit. You can't just plan everything out. You need the loop. The single act of researching the entire universe and then doing that will not work, because the universe is computationally irreducible. So you need to actually act it out. You need to make a plan, do the shit, and then you'll get a different life state, you'll get a different state of the system. You observe it, and now you can make you just redirect it. That's all this is. This is just a very fancy way of saying shit is connected. Anyways, get out of here. I don't know what I'm doing. Will I post this? Who knows?